Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Vernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now, and things aren't created, but see true.
Ooh, come on now, carrot, pineapple, strawberry, orange juice. Okay, I just got water. Now I feel I'm ashamed. Welcome to Tips, Topics, and Talk, everybody. Welcome. So glad that you could join us. I'm Paulette, and I'm back in the kitchen. The last couple of days have really kind of whooped me with this decision to do this twice a day, but it is necessary because when we're not paying attention, that's when things happen. And a lot is happening. But I wanted to come on here today, and I wanted to share with you guys a couple of things that we want to cover. First of all, what we talked about today. So I brought my handy dandy laptop over here, and she's the little girl of the group, and we're going to be sharing. Thank you so much for that. Hey, Wanda, welcome back, girl. Honey, listen, we got a lot to talk about today during my little hour and some minutes with y'all today. But it is a necessary thing that has to happen. We're going to be talking about what's happening tomorrow. I shared a little bit on my TikTok page, but I'll definitely be sharing again with you all, so you all are clear on what is happening tomorrow. Now, remember, one of the things that's supposed to be happening tomorrow is the economic boycott. But we already know, especially if you're one of the people in the neighborhood, you already know, number one, that this is a long game. This is going to take more than just what? It is going to take more than just one day because they are expecting it. I guarantee you there are no major sales that are happening tomorrow. You know, we're in the middle of tax season, or what some businesses call the wave. And the wave usually lasts for about 3 months, from like January until like March 31st. And maybe into April, depending on the type of industry that it is in, right? So what a lot of companies are doing right now is they're discovering creative ways to get your money. And right now, with everything that is happening, one of the best things that you can do to remain steadfast is to, one, get in touch with your local Congress people, your people that you have voted in. That's the first thing. We're going to talk about that here in just a second, so that you know exactly what you should be doing when you are calling your Congress people. Number two, we are going to be talking about what Marjorie Brown said about her folks, and how it is not their right or something, a privilege to work for the federal government or whatever, and they shouldn't be getting paid and XYZ and so forth. Do these people not realize that they are voted in? Do they not realize that? And we're also going to be talking about what else do I have in here for y'all? Because it's so much. And I'm you ought to be mad. You ought to be hot as fish grease. So let's start with this. And hopefully you guys can hear this that are on TikTok. I might even have to drag this over just a little bit so I can get that speaker up. But y'all should be able to hear this because I was absolutely floored. So let's talk first about the economic blackout boycott that starts tomorrow. If there's any kind of purchases or whatever that you need to make, you need to go ahead and make them now. Make them today. Whatever deliveries or whatever that you need to make, go ahead and do that now. Number two, the other thing that you should be considering is what memberships and subscriptions are you canceling? Is it Prime? Is it your Walmart delivery? What do they call that? The Walmart delivery? I already canceled mine. Is it your Sam's Club? Did you cancel it already? I got questions. And before you do that, don't just hastily do it, folks. Here's what I'm sorry, what? Oh, well, I mean, if it is, it is. So make sure that you are getting all of your items that you need, any household essentials that you may have. Those kinds of things are going to be important. If you have been stocking up, stock up now. Let today be that day. Because remember, tomorrow is the economic boycott. But remember, we talked about this before, and I have a screenshot it because I need to make sure that we went over it again. Some of the dates. If you do not have this, I will absolutely be glad to share it on my social media platforms so that you have it. If you do not have direct access, let me go ahead and give you some of the scheduled protests. But listen to, did you see what I just did? Protest, right? Because again, remember, this is a long game. And number two, you don't tell everybody what you're doing. So if you think that you get all the tea on here, you are sadly mistaken. Okay. All right. Now, February 17th is already gone, come and gone. President's Day. They've already done that. We did that 50 states and all territories. That was already done. Friday, February 8th. Economic blackout protest, no spending for 24 hours. Buy your gas, buy anything else that you need today. And then after that, don't do anything for 24 hours. But know this, and I said it earlier, in this morning's broadcast, they already know. Because if we know, then they know. And when I'm talking about they, I mean these major billion-dollar corporations, they already know that we have intentions on not spending money. But they just don't know how long. How about that? All right. March 7th through the 14th is another one. U.S. and world oligarch #1 protest, Amazon. Protesting Amazon. Why you want to wait till the 17th? Go ahead and do it now if you're going to do it now. Fall out. But please understand this and a couple things that we talked about today that you need to be aware of. Amazon is not the holder of all of the companies that are on Amazon. Some of these businesses that you are doing business with literally use the platform because they have a broader reach by using the Amazon marketplace and the Walmart.com marketplace. Be clear. Once you find out who those businesses are, please understand that some of these people that are on the marketplace are small businesses utilizing the platform's reach. Listen to me. Most of these folks already have their own websites. Find out who they are and see if you can patronize them directly. Does that make sense? I need y'all to understand. Okay? I need you to understand. If you have a product that you're getting from Amazon or Walmart, find out if that store has its own website. They use the platform for the broader reach. Okay? Be clear with that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Now, the next thing is, let's talk about this. Y'all ready? I'm gonna just go ahead and play it. Okay, here we go. This is what you need to be telling your folks when you're calling into your senator's office. Okay, you ready?
So I'm hearing from quite a few of you that you've been calling your Republican House representatives today to yell at them about their votes last night, as you should. but that the staffers have been pushing back, and it almost seems that they have been told to respond in a certain way, which is to say, there's nowhere in that budget resolution that says that Republicans are going to cut Medicaid. You've got bad information. Now, we're going to set aside for a second the fact that staffers are not supposed to argue with you when you call, and I'm just going to tell you exactly what you should say in response, because knowingly or not, these staffers are lying to you. They are gaslighting you, and it's not cool. But before I do that, I want to explain to you very, very quickly, because it's relevant to your response, what exactly a budget resolution is, because it's not the final bill. The budget resolution is sort of the recipe that comes before it. It's a blueprint, if you will. That's what Republicans passed last night. And this blueprint is vague in some ways and specific in others. Let's go back to our recipe analogy for 1 second, because it might make it a little more clear. Say you're baking a pie, and someone tells you, okay, you're going to bake a pie, and in the middle of the pie, you're going to need 2 cups of something, and it has to be a fruit. So they're not telling you what fruit to put in, but they are saying it's got to be 2 cups, and it's got to be a fruit. Think of the budget resolution a little bit that way. The budget resolution spells out 2 things: the amounts that they want cut and from which committees exactly. And each of those committees, remember, oversees very specific departments. Here is where we get into the trick that Republicans are trying to play. The resolution basically says for every committee, we need it to be 2 cups and we need it to be a fruit, but it doesn't spell out which fruit it is. That part comes later. So what Republicans' tactic today seems to be is to tell people, well, we never said anything about apples, we just said fruit. But we can easily infer what fruit it is. For example, the budget resolution mandates $880 billion in cuts under the Energy and Commerce Committee. Energy and Commerce, it's 2 huge ticket items, Medicare and Medicaid. Covers a couple of other small things, but there's literally no way that you get anywhere close to $880 billion without cutting massively into Medicare or Medicaid. Now, for whatever it's worth, Trump has promised up and down to not touch Medicare, and that means Medicaid is the only thing they can cut. Similarly, they haven't come out and had to say we're going to cut supplemental nutritional assistance program, but this budget resolution has instructed Republicans on the Agriculture Committee to cut at least $230 billion. They have to. And the one thing in there that everybody knows Republicans are dying to cut is SNAP. So they don't have to say the words yet, and in fact, this budget resolution doesn't require them to say any kinds of words like that. It just gives them amounts and tells them which committees need to go and find those amounts to cut. And here's the thing, those amounts are binding. So if the Energy and Commerce Committee, for example, cannot find $880 billion worth of cuts, the entire package falls apart. They all need to stick to those numbers, which means that they are absolutely going to cut Medicaid, Medicare, or some combination thereof. Now, I want to be very clear that this has not happened yet, and it's not a foregone conclusion, because the Senate also has to agree to this, and they all have to get on the same page. And right now, the Senate is in a very different place. So we can still stop this, but don't let House Republicans tell you that it's not what they want to do, because it is exactly what they want to do. This leads me to your answer. When you talk to the staffer, and the staffer says, well, there's nowhere in this budget that it talks about cutting Medicaid. You're being fed lies by Democrats. What you can say in response is, okay, then I have a question for you, and I'd like my answer in writing. Where will Republicans get the $880 billion that they are now mandated to cut under the Energy and Commerce Committee, if not from Medicaid? The staffer will say, okay, someone will get back to you, but they can't. There's nowhere else for them to get that money. Republicans are going to lie about what they're doing because it's unpopular and hateful, greedy and cruel, and because the only reason they want to do it is to cut taxes for the very richest people in this country, the 0.1% richest people. Don't let them gaslight you. Don't let them lie to you. Know your facts before you get in, and the facts are they're coming for Medicaid. Don't let them off the hook. Thanks.
All right, you heard it first. Now I see that we have somebody that is being a little bit interesting in the TikTok group here. And if you feel that way, you can always leave. That's real simple, right? You can always leave if this is not your cup of tea, and if you don't want to talk about it and be constructive and be productive, you can always leave. That's fine with me. Okay, but we are here to garner as much information as we possibly can to be proactive and do what we need to do. I'll be a chicken. Okay, what unbothered. Okay, I saw your little comment about what are the blacks protesting this time. Honey, please. Why aren't you? Okay. All right. Now, let's talk about what's in that bill real quick. It would also allocate, this bill is going to allocate $300 billion for spending on defense and border security, raise the debt ceiling by $4 trillion over 2 years, and add almost $3 trillion to the federal deficit over 10 years. Trillion, not billion, trillion. The budget blueprint would also direct multiple committees to cut billions of dollars, including $880 billion in cuts spearheaded by the Energy and Commerce Committee. Now, because DJT has ruled out cuts to Medicare and Social Security, budget experts say that may necessitate cuts to Medicaid, which is under the committee's jurisdiction. So please understand that cuts are coming. Where is the money going to come from? They say Speaker Mike Johnson literally said, we want people to start going back to work. Right. Support, and more support. Okay. So he said yesterday, I was blown away. He said, we want people to get off of Medicaid, get off of Medicare, and go back to work. First of all, there are some people that can't go back to work, that can't work, period. Okay. So we're just going to let them lose their lives because there are people who are able-bodied and are angry because they think that people are being parasites. That's what they said. I didn't make this up. So they're saying this, and we're okay with that. And not only that, but they have already gone to these multi-billion-dollar corporations and said, this is what you gonna do. This is what you gonna do. And I have every right to do what I'm doing right now. And that's communicating what we are doing to you guys. If you are not aware, it is an economic blackout. It doesn't need to end tomorrow. That is why I have been sharing what I have been sharing. Call your congressman, call their offices, do our due diligence and let them know. Because see, here's the thing. It passed the House. It ain't passed the Senate yet. Okay? And there's all of these little nuances that still need to be done. You need to express to your folks. This is how things get passed so easily because no one is talking. No one is talking. Nobody is saying, pick up the phone and call your people. She just gave you a breakdown of what to say. I'll be sharing it again. Good afternoon. Come on in this room. Welcome to Tips, Topics, and Talk. I'm Paulette. I'm the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, which houses brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and Brownstone Living Magazine. If you want your copy of Brownstone Living Magazine for the month of February, which is our Black History issue, you can always go over to my stand store right now and get your copy now. It is absolutely free. Doesn't cost you a thing for the digital copy. Now, if you want the print copy, then yes, you will have to pay for your print copy because it costs us money to get it printed. Okay. All right. Now, one of the other things that we need to continue to do is to speak with our dollars, right? Because that's what they're doing. They're taking the money that we're spending at their establishments and they're compiling all of these dollars together, making multi-billions of dollars off of hardworking Americans. And then they're going to their Senate and their congressmen and to the White House. And they're saying, here, we're giving you this amount of dollars, a couple of million, and I want you to do what I tell you to do. And because the money is so good, these folks are literally selling out their entire communities. But guess what we keep doing? We keep voting them in. We won't vote down the ballot. We won't vote in the primaries. Why not? Let somebody say it's time to vote something. I'm going. I'm going. That's how we have to be. And you know what? You know how sometimes people say, God is the most quiet when you are taking a test. Baby, he quiet. This is your true life civics class. If you didn't pay attention in elementary school, if you didn't pay attention in high school, this is the time for you to learn. Okay? There are 3 branches of government. How is it that the branch of government that should be a part of the checks and balances just decided that one man that is not a part of this country at all, he is an immigrant, just like a bunch of other folks that got sent away from here, because they didn't have enough money for the gold card. How is it that he is actually having a piece of software built that's going to make decisions on who keeps their federal job or not? But we quiet. How dare we be quiet? This is our country. I was born here. And even if I wasn't born here, I live here. I live here. I may not be from this country, which I am, but my point is even if I live here and I am a law-abiding citizen and I pay my taxes and I do what I'm supposed to do in my community and I am constantly handling my business with my business and for my family and doing all the things I'm supposed to do, I'm supposed to sit still unless somebody keeps slapping me in the damn face and I'm not supposed to say something. I'm not supposed to say ouch. I'm not. Help me to understand that. So the blacks and the whites and the yellows and the greens and the reds and the blues and the purple are getting together because we tied. Hey, Kay Millionaire, Kimberly Millionaire, come on in here. We having that conversation, girl. And I'm keeping it 100. I mean, what had happened? Because listen, I'm tired of people coming in here, and I'm not tired. Come on in here and say what you want to say. The government doesn't owe anybody a job. Hold on. I'm glad you said that. You ready?
Is not a business. Those are not real jobs producing federal revenue. By the way, they're consuming taxpayer dollars. Those jobs are paid for by the American tax people who work real jobs, earn real income, pay federal taxes, and then pay these federal employees. Federal employees do not deserve their jobs. Federal employees do not deserve their paychecks. And these are jobs that can be fired at will.
What the hell is going on? I don't care what political party you're from. That should piss you off. And it's the same type of stuff that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are saying. No wonder in these town halls across the United States of America, you are seeing Republicans, Democrats, and independents outraged.
Are you outraged yet? I have tons of friends and family members who actually work for the federal government. They don't deserve their pay. This woman doesn't deserve her job. Thank you for that. Whatever do you mean? They get up, they go to work. They owe the people they hired their jobs. I'm confused. What does she mean? Then she need to step down if she feel that way. Because she was voted in. This woman, Marjorie Taylor Greene, is actually, if I'm not mistaken, she's a congresswoman for the northeastern region of Georgia. So that would be like Dahlonega. That would be, what's this other city that? So Dahlonega is a part of that. There's others, but this is it's near Alabama. And can I keep it 100? I drive through there when I come through Alabama. Poor area. Very poor area. It really is. And so I'm surprised that she would even say that when most of the constituents in her area are, because I know people that I know that live there now, that live in trailers, that are struggling, that can't pay their bills. Landlords aren't handling the trailers that they're living in. I know these people personally. Right, Diana, I understood what you meant. The government is downsizing, no different than a corporation, but we're not a corporation. Do you see what I'm saying? And where I'm aggravated at is people's thought process in this, because it hasn't hit home for you yet. It hasn't hit home for you yet. And we're going to continue to keep sitting down, shutting up, scrolling through, watching things, being trolls. And then you're going to wake up one morning and it's going to impact you. It impacted me already. You know how it impacted me? My insurance went up. My premium, my copay for my meds went up. It tripled. And it wasn't a lot, but I absolutely noticed it. And I asked the question and people were like, yeah, I noticed it too. This is what happened and so forth. And entire pharmacies have actually shut down because of this already. If you got a student loan, do you know that they've already cut the opportunity for you to register for an income-based repayment plan? It's called Save now. Me either. I'll never understand it. How do these people living in such a bubble? They need to wake up. You're so right. It will heal. And if it hasn't, it will. It will. Y'all don't even to have someone who literally sat in a room with all of the quote unquote leaders of this country. He is not an elected official. He was not born in this country. He is from the apartheid regime. He benefited from it, him and his family. And he stood there and he's talking the longest and the most in a meeting. The person that some of y'all voted in got his head down. Help me understand. And he twiddling his toes or whatever he was doing up under that desk, and you ain't saying nothing. And then he actually says, and then all the boobs in the room start applauding. Isn't he doing a fabulous job? He's doing a wonderful job. I think everybody loves him. The hypocrisy knows no bounds. You are so right. We ought to be hot as fish grease. And so what do we do as a people who believe that we do not have any power? You do what you're supposed to do. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Tips, Topics, to Talk. You do what we're supposed to do. Stand up. Because now they done already told these major corporations what they need to do. And if you all are not paying attention, DEI is not about Black people. Can we get that through our thick ass skulls? I'm so sick of that. DEI is not about just Black folks. They have given you all the narrative that it benefits Black people. No, it actually benefited white women more than anyone. The numbers are out there. It has been proven. If that was the case, a whole lot of sisters that I know would be sitting in some highfalutin jobs, because Black women are the number one educated group of people in the US of A, period, hands down. So when we ask these questions over and over and over about why are we doing it, because it is our voice, the collection of people. I say it and I say it and I'll say it again. The power of collective consciousness can never be denied. But when we are dispersed in all these different areas and we can't come together, there is no power. Yes, I said it like that, power. Because that means something, that oomph. Okay, when we all over the place and we ought not to be doing this and we ought not to be doing that, I ain't never scared. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. And if no one else will speak, I will. I will use the platform that I have to do that. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Open your mouth and say something. When somebody stabs you, when somebody hurts you, when somebody impacts your personal bottom line where you can't take care of your family, you ought to say ouch, unless you like it. All right. Okay, let me be quiet. We can keep going on and on and on, but y'all keep voting in people because you're not voting down the ballot. You're not paying attention. Pay attention. Pay attention and stop. Can I go here? Y'all gonna be mad at me. Listen, all of the folks on here who are what do you call it, psychics and all the things, and y'all know what's gonna happen and so forth, shut up, just be quiet, and let's face it together so we can carry on. Hirsch, girls and boys, Hirsch, the stars are aligned for a reason to where we are. What does that mean for the people in this country? We are no longer fighting a race war, people. I said this earlier. This is a class war. This is the rich versus the poor. They already showing you, you can buy the presidency. They already told you that if you want to be an American citizen, give me $5 million and I'll give you a gold card, baby. They acting like this is Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Open it up. There's chocolate in there, and there very well may be a gold card. I'm so excited. The hell? It is a class war, absolutely. But he would have to literally tell y'all that that's what he was doing, and you still wouldn't believe it, some of y'all. It is for sale. He already told you that he's getting ready to start selling off parcels of this country. That's why he got rid of some of them folks that work over there on federal land. So they can prove it's inept. I talked about that before. Oh, they can't handle this because you got rid of the folks that were taking care of it. And for those of you all who are in here and you saying the things that you know, okay, say what you want to, but I wished I would not go down without a fight. He did. He told us what he was going to do. He said, you get me in there, you'll never have to vote again. He told you. Did y'all know that he just had a meeting with members of Project 2025 to talk about how he's going to stay in office? I'm just saying. He told you what he was going to do. And y'all still sitting up in here giggling, thinking that we mad. First of all, I'm not a liberal. Ain't. Matter of fact, I'm not a Democrat. What I am is wise. And y'all didn't pay attention to wise counsel. I'm one of the 92%. You can call it whatever you want. Okay. All right. So let's go back to what I was talking. Because again, if this ain't for you, y'all know how to leave. Swipe. Keep swiping. Keep moving. Keep moving. This ain't for you. So we were talking about a couple of things that we definitely know is going to happen. If y'all think that these people do not know about the economic blackout, then right, me too. Go ahead, leave. It's good. I'm good. If you don't want to be here, and if this is not your conversation and you just came to troll and to listen to what you think is whining, then carry on. We are unbothered. Trust. Okay. All right. Now, one of the things that so there's another one. February 28th is an economic blackout. Amazon boycott 7th through the 14th. Nestle boycott the 21st through 28th. Walmart 7th through the 14th of April. Economic blackout number 2 is supposed to happen April 18th. Here's my thought. Just don't stop. Just keep going. What you need a day for? I said it before. I say it again. The Montgomery bus boycott ended when their demands were met and not before. There was no timeline. So if they had it was over a year and they kept going and kept going and kept going. So let's talk about this. I talked about this morning. I feel like it's some new folks in the building. Let's go ahead and go over it once again. A young lady on Meta actually shared this. Okay, that's fine. Do you, bruh, sis, whoever you are. I care not about it. All right, let's see. Here's what you need to know. Don't buy anything except your essentials. I have said this before. I'll say it again. There are companies where you can purchase local. Go to your local flea markets. Guess what? There are family members who get up early in the morning on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and they set out all of the household essentials for your home. You do not have to purchase these items at your big box retailers. Listen to me closely. You do not have to do that. Okay? Okay. You don't have to do that. Okay. Delete all of your retail apps. Unsubscribe from all of those emails. Go to the actual site and leave reviews telling them exactly what you're doing and why. Here's why, because they do something called an NPS, which is a net promoter score. This allows them to assess the data and make better decisions because you're telling them. Don't just be quiet. Let them know. Let them know. Here's the reason why. One day ain't going to mean nothing. Nothing. Okay. That's number one. Fill your carts and abandon them with your essential items, not large ticket items, because they don't identify those as except one thing, and those are bots. Okay. Be clear. Put your essential items in there and then abandon the cart. They follow that data. That's important for you to know. And not everybody's going to be able to boycott because there are places that are actual deserts and there is nothing but a Walmart in those areas. But this has to be a long-term experience that you are having. Do not get so comfortable. What were you doing before you had DoorDash, before you had all of these companies that have decided to jump on the bandwagon, like the CEO of Airbnb? What you gonna do? Because see, baby, back in the day, there's literally not far from where I live, there was a house that was built by a Black family because they were not allowed to use hotels, and they rented rooms to Black folks who were coming in during the civil rights movement. That house still stands, and the woman's family built it, and she lives in it now. There are ways to do everything because we've had to in the past. Some of us are not new to this. Some of us are literally the descendants of those people who did the walk, who did the talking. We're standing on those shoulders. This is just a different time because technology has made us lazy, and it's made us soft, and it's made us believe the lies. So what we have to do is make sure that we are doing our due diligence, not just tomorrow, not just for a week, but consistently. Let your voice be heard with your purse, with your wallet, with your e-wallet. Find these people online and let them know that you're going to shop local. Check out your local chambers of commerce. That's the next thing. Check out your local chambers of commerce and get a list. Most chambers of commerce, like mine, literally have a website or an app where you can download it and find out the local businesses, which brings me to what I got for lunch. I went local. I bought this beautiful salad from a local company here where I live called Piedmont Brewery. They make their own beer and they smoke their wings in-house. So this is a huge salad right here. And I think I paid $9 for the salad. I'll be eating on this for the rest of the day. Okay. Came with its own fresh blue cheese, the whole 9 yards. Okay. Local business owner, Piedmont Brewery. Y'all, there's more. So then I went to my homegirl. Yes. My homegirl, Kizzy, from Kizzy's Cakes. And I bought cake. This is a local business owner, Kizzy's Cakes. She is located at 215 South 6th Street in Griffin, Georgia. And these are all made in-house. When you walk in, her little team is there because see, she hires local. Okay. She has a cute little team and they're back there in the back, and the bakery is just lit up and the cakes are everything. Y'all, this is a banana pudding. Fresh banana pudding. Let me open it up. Let me see if y'all can see that. Banana pudding with real bananas. On your way to buy a cake before I go into economic blackout. Right, here you go. Here you go, Kizzy's Cakes. Here's another one. This is called Chocolate. Okay, look at that. Homemade chocolate. How to pickle your eggs this month. Y'all, I'm making jelly this weekend. And see, some of us remember because we sat at Big Mama's knee and we know what to do. We're not new to this. Here's something else that, which one is this? This is apple cinnamon pound cake. Y'all, those are real. Oh, apple caramel. Y'all see that? Ooh, I'm about to cut up and I'm not going to eat it, right? Okay, that's way too, it's too rich. I've had her food before. But here's the thing. It is effective. Absolutely. We shouldn't spend money with those who literally have, what do you say? Let's see, despise us. And not so much despise us, but literally have told us that we don't matter. We don't matter to them. So we need to talk to them. How do you talk to them? With your silence and with your purse. This woman is local. I'll give her my dollars. And she knows me personally, but she knows I'll come. Hey girl, how you doing? We're actually on some committees together here in town. And she's also a part of the local chamber of commerce. Just like me. Okay. Do more of this. Shop local. There is an ice cream shop here called Mrs. Good Day's Ice Cream. Guess where I'm going this weekend? Oh, and there's another place here called Tea Olive Books. They're local and they're absolutely adorable. If you love a good book, if you want a cup of coffee, you want to sit down and read all of the history books and everything, go on over to Tea Olive Books. Act like y'all live where I live. But find your local bookstores. Find your local coffee shops. Find your local restaurants and shop local. I have a lot of people say, well, you ain't supporting Black. Yes, I am. I'm supporting Americans. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, shall we? Let's support each other during this time. Okay? That's going to be the most important thing. Some of these online creators, support them. Kimberly Millionaire, support them. They go out of their way to share their knowledge of what they do. Deals with Nia, support her. These people are out here grinding and sharing with you the best deals, and they have to do their research because everybody is not just out here just getting product to just sell you. If you don't want to get rid of your Prime, here's the thing. What I learned about Prime and why I got rid of it. I ended up having to make a decision that I'm going to let it expire because if it's anything over $35, that's how much I don't shop on Amazon. If it's anything over $35, they ship it to me for free anyway. But I decided, like, I get my Equell. I use Equell as well. Equell got their own website. I went on ahead and subscribed through their website instead of getting it through Amazon. I did that 2 months ago. You see what I'm saying? So it's ways to do this. I haven't seen the inside of a Target. I know it's been a year and 6 months. I haven't seen the inside and shopped at a Walmart. It's been over a month. And I wasn't a big shopper there anyway. I usually shop local because I was a part of that community. And that's where you're going to find a lot of your products, your services, your goods. Yeah, go to the main supplier. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Cut the middleman out. And the middleman is your big boss retailer. And if you can't get to it, again, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know on this one. Hit up some of these flea markets on the weekend and see if you can't get bulk paper towels and toilet tissue and all of your cleaning supplies and all that. Some of my cleaning supply, listen, I can look. Cleaning supply, hold up. I got these at flea markets. Like they'll sell you like a huge bag of it for like $5. Brand new, still with the plastic on it. Hit them up. I'm trying to tell you, especially if you're in an area where this stuff is available, that's what you should do. And what does this do? The people that are a part of these flea markets and these farmers markets, and they're doing the rummage sales in the front of their houses, and you go online to marketplace and you see what's going on. These people literally live, pray, worship, play, hang out, go to school, educate their families, and work in your community. So where is that money going to go back to? Your community. That's it. One of the biggest reasons why, outside of just folks just being racist and mean, is that we had situations that happened in Amy, Arkansas, and in Florida, and in Oklahoma, at Tulsa, and all of these places was because the black dollar, just as an example, the black dollar, their dollar was circulating inside of their community for so long, it was impacting the outside community. And they was like, oh no, we're not gonna stand for this. Y'all need to come and spend money with us. Yep. Oh, okay. Well, daily reminder, you are loved. I love you too, honey. Listen. So this is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to continue to share this information over and over and over and over. Tomorrow, don't forget, anything that you need to do, find somewhere local to go do it. Anything you need to purchase, if you can, right. And communities, that's it. Same here. I shop local, period. It's a thing for me. And it is because I'm a small business, but because I understand what it's like when you have to feed your kids and when you got to pay your mortgage and you're not working a full-time job and you don't have health insurance and you have to join other communities so that you can get the support that you need, like a chamber of commerce. Now, like our local chamber of commerce actually has a program where if you have 2 employees, you can go through their health insurance, right? So that's pretty cool. Not everybody's chamber does that, but ours does. And then I meet some really cool people besides. We are our brother's keeper. And in this instance, this is a class war. This is not about black and white like they would have us believe. Yes, please inbox that to me so I can share that if you don't mind. Most definitely. So listen, I got to get up out of here, but the last thing that I want you all to remember is that we have to continue to remain diligent through this. It's not about one day. It should be consistent. And you ain't got to stop all at once. Roll it out. Make concessions. Figure out where you're going to get specific products and so forth and get it from there, as opposed to, and do the research on why you're doing what. Don't just do it because you don't understand. Do it because you are clear on what DEIA is. It's not about Black people. And that's what they want you all to believe, that Black folks were given a hand up. We just wanted it to be equal. And then guess what? DEIA didn't do that. But it does impact veterans. It impacts people with disabilities. It impacts students at specific schools where there are low income areas. Those are the accessibility in facilities where you got to have a wheelchair to get in there. Access. But they would have you believe that it's about getting Black folks who are unqualified into positions. That's not true. Because everybody knows certain folks that look like me, with us being the most educated and the most skilled, we've had to be, because we were always taught one thing. What did your mom and daddy teach you? You got to do what? You got to do what? This was literally fed to me from the time I was in 4th grade all the way up until I got grown. You got to work 10 times as hard to get half of what they got without them even trying. And that has not seen me to fail in my 50 plus years. We got to work twice as hard. One of the reasons why I'm self-employed right now, and I hate to say it, is because I had to work 3 times as hard. And it still wasn't enough. So don't ever think that we didn't earn it. Say it with your purse. Support your community. Thank you for that. Say it with your purse. Support your community. Shop local. Big box retailers came in here and mom and pop shops closed their windows and doors and turned entire communities into lifeless Twilight Zone series type communities. We didn't even go out we didn't even go outside anymore unless it was to go to these big box retailers. And they didn't care. And here's something else I want y'all to know too. If you don't know, check out where your Walmarts are. Check out where your main stores are and identify their location. Every single last one of them are off of a major highway. Why is that? I know why. Do you? You think that these restaurants and these stores are about you. It's about the real estate, folks. Don't let this little gray bald head fool you. It's about the real estate. America's for sale right now, isn't it? Okay. All right. Don't think they leasing. They own it. They own it. All right. Listen, I got to go. 3 things that you got to remember. 1, love your life. It is the only life that you have. 2, live your life. It is the only life that you have. Love your life. Remember this. It is the most beautiful one that you have, as long as you decide that you're going to make something out of it. And you only get one you might as well enjoy it. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. Listen, folks, I'm out of here. We got stuff to do. We got places to go, people to talk to, and a magazine that needs to get out within the next couple of days. Brownstone Living Magazine is available up above. You can go ahead and check it out. And all of the things that are Brownstone worldwide. Yes, you are. Yes, we all are. Thank you so much for joining us again for another amazing edition of Tips, Topics, and Talk. We are out of here. We're going to play this Brownstone Worldwide song until y'all learn all of the lyrics. Bye, y'all.
Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Fernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome in the essence. This broadcast, Brownstone, the light is contagious. But you need go on and receive it for yourself. Just open it, exuberant, evolution, excited. We standing on the foundation of expression. You might have seen, you might have been, or you could have gravitated. Our foundation, we want to create a space for all to collaborate and be liberated from eventually all over the globe. And we are extending a hand to those who are an extension from maybe platforms, dig into another stratosphere. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Welcome to Brownstone Worldwide. Tips, topics, and talk, we got it all. Brownstone Boozy and Breakfast with Fernell. Here to entertain, and we will help you live well. And that is MSG, the message in the message. I can OD on my execution of excellency. And this as a man right now, and things aren't created, but see true.